Plants operate on a timescale that most humans simply miss. When we speed up the clock, we see them for what they are: aggressive, rapidly expanding organisms erupting from the soil to claim space. To fuel this expansion, a plant must eat and breathe. It is a living machine that requires constant inputs to survive, yet it manages this entire life cycle without a mouth, a stomach, or a pair of lungs. Instead, it draws 4 specific ingredients directly from its surroundings. It harvests light from the sun, absorbs water and minerals from the earth, and pulls carbon dioxide straight from the air. Capturing those supplies requires specialized physical engineering. These leaves are designed to act as biological solar panels, unfolding into precise shapes that maximize the surface area exposed to the sky. Because a plant cannot move to find its next meal, its survival depends entirely on a continuous chain of manufacturing and transportation happening deep within its own tissues. That manufacturing process is photosynthesis, the biological method of transforming invisible light into physical, calorie-dense food. To get the raw materials inside, the plant uses microscopic pores on the leaf's underside, called stomata. Guard cells swell with water to open these pores, letting carbon dioxide in and oxygen out. Inside, the plant uses solar energy to smash carbon dioxide and water molecules apart, reforming them into a high-energy sugar called glucose. It is a common misunderstanding that this process happens around the clock. In reality, the oxygen-producing factory only runs when the sun is providing the energy to drive it. We can see this dependency in the lab by covering part of a leaf with a black strip. When that leaf is later tested, only the parts exposed to the sun will contain starch, the stored form of glucose that reacts with iodine to turn blue-black. The leaves are strictly light-activated production lines. The moment the sun sets, the entire manufacturing process grinds to a halt. This creates a logistics problem. The leaves are high in the air making sugar, while the water is trapped in the soil below the roots. The plant has to find a way to move these materials in opposite directions. It uses a vascular system made of 2 distinct pipelines. The first is the xylem, a network of tubes that pulls water and dissolved minerals upward from the roots to the rest of the plant. You can track this upward force by placing a cut white flower in red dyed water. Over time, the petals will take on the color of the dye as the xylem elevator pulls the liquid toward the top of the plant. The second pipeline, the phloem, handles the delivery of food. Once leaves produce glucose, pressure pushes that sugar through the phloem to feed stems and roots. These systems are highly specialized. The xylem only moves water up, while the phloem moves food in all directions to reach every living cell. Their roles never overlap. This dual pipeline system is what allows a tree to grow hundreds of feet tall, while ensuring every branch and root tip stays fed and hydrated. However, simply making and moving glucose isn't enough. To grow and repair itself, the plant must break that sugar down to release its locked-up energy. This happens through cellular respiration. The plant uses oxygen to burn the glucose, producing usable energy while releasing carbon dioxide and water as waste. While photosynthesis requires light to operate, respiration must run 24 hours a day. To maintain its metabolism, the plant is constantly breathing in oxygen. We can track this constant exhalation by placing respiring seeds in a dark flask. As they breathe, they release carbon dioxide into a connected tube of lime water, which clouds and turns milky white as the gas passes through. This creates a surprising paradox. While plants pull in carbon dioxide to make food during the day, they must also continuously breathe in oxygen and exhale CO2 to stay alive, just like humans do. When we look at the plant as a single organism, it becomes clear that none of these internal systems operate in isolation. This is a fully integrated cycle happening in real time. Sunlight hits the foliage, stomata exchange gases, the xylem pulls up water, the phloem pushes sugar down, and every cell burns fuel to drive the plant's growth. This microscopic internal work supports the macro world. The glucose manufactured in these leaves forms the absolute base of the global food web, providing the energy that fuels every animal on Earth. The massive volumes of water moving through the xylem help drive our global weather patterns, and the oxygen released from the stomata provides the very air we need to survive. The next time you walk past a tree, Consider the scale of the manufacturing happening beneath its bark. It is a tireless biological system, drawing from the soil and the sun to maintain the very atmosphere of our planet.